Good morning, students of standard 6. Welcome in day 11. Okay, as you know that in day 10 I have discussed about the internal circuit of a torch. Okay, and I hope you have learned very well about the internal structure of a torch. Okay, so today I am going to teach you next topic. This is a very important topic and it is compulsory to ask in your term 2 question or PT2 question. Okay, so you will very careful about this topic and try to understand how it is known. Okay, so today's topic is electric conductor and insulators. Students, you will turn page number 136. Okay, you will sit with pen, notebook and your science book and turn page number 136 and see the topic electric conductors and insulators. Okay, first of all, see the first para of your book. Have you ever observed the materials used for making different parts of a torch? First, I have discussed about and I have given to you as a homework to make a torch, to see the internal structure of a torch. When you have seen the internal part of the torch, then you have seen there some metallic parts is compulsory to use. Okay, can we use wooden fiber as a wire in a circuit? We can use wooden fiber or not instead of a wire? No, but why? Okay, see the reason. Today I will give the explanation about why we not use wooden block, rubber wire or any other wire, plastic wire instead of metallic wire such as copper wire, aluminum wire in a torch circuit. Okay, to make a circuit, different types of materials are used based on how much current can pass through them. That means it is not compulsory to you will always use copper wire. You will use different types of wire and it depends upon you how power generate, how electricity can be passed through the internal structure of the torch. That means it depends upon you. You will make any material, but this is compulsory to the circuit, to the wire is compulsory. It is a metallic, it is made from metals such as copper, aluminum, gold, silver, etc. Okay, let us make list of materials which allow electric current to pass through them and materials which do not let electric current to pass. That means now it's time for you to collect, to make a list of materials which can pass, which can allow to pass electric through them, or which materials which cannot pass through them. So let us see the list, some materials. Students, see the list. I will take some object, okay, and the material with which object is made of, then we will try to find out that object is made of which materials, okay, metals or non-metals. Then after you will decide bulb will glow or that does not glow. Okay, first of all I will take a key. You know, key is made of metal and I have told you that all metal allowed to pass electric current, so it is a good conductor of electricity. That means it allowed to bulb glow, so option is yes. Eraser, eraser is made from rubber, so it does not allow to pass electric current through them, so it does not glow the bulb, so answer is no. Safety pin, safety pin is made of metals, iron, so it allow to glow bulb, yes. Plastic scale, it is made of plastic. Plastic is a bad conductor, that means it does not allow to pass electric current through them, so result is no. Pencil lead, it is made of graphite. Graphite is non-metal, but it is exceptional case. It is, graphite means just like other carbon, okay, so it allowed to pass electric current. It is exceptional case. Iron nail, it is made of metal, so it allowed to glow bulb. Wooden piece, it is not allowed to pass electric current through them, so it is made by wood, so bulb does not glow, answer is no. Aluminum foil, it is made from aluminum, that is metal, so it allow to global. Yes. Students, now try to understand about these terms, how it is possible to see this object used in an experiment, an activity number 6, and try to see these results. Students, see activity 6. Aim of this activity is to make list of materials which allow current to pass through them. Okay, and you will take some materials: a key, an eraser, a safety pin, coins, cork, plastic scale, compass, pencil lead, iron nail, wooden piece. Okay, and aluminum foil. Now procedure: connect wires, the cell and the torch bulb as shown in the figure. That means you will connect the torch and the torch bulb with a wire with one terminal. Okay. Now you have two free ends of the wire, and you will take another wire and you will connect one of them with wire and other end is closed, open. This arrangement of circuit is called tester, and this arrangement of circuit, when you will test to how metal is good conductor or bad conductor, then this circuit is known as tester. Connect different materials between the open ends and observe what happens. Then after you will connect different things such as you have taken there one by one, and you will check, observe that what will happen, bulb will glow or not. Students, see, this is conduction tester and it is made too easy. You will take a cell and torch bulb and you will take three wires. Okay, first wire is connected with the negative terminal of the cell to the negative terminal of the bulb, torch bulb. Okay, and you will take another wire and you will connect to the positive terminal of the cell with one end, and one end is open, and you will take another wire and you will connect to the positive terminal of the torch bulb and the other end is open. Okay, now you will take some more things: pencil lead, plastic scale, aluminum foil, one by one, and you will connect this part on this part. Then you have seen there, you will see there, object made of metals and graphite. That means the object which is made by metals and graphite made the bulb glow. That means that allow to pass electric current through them, then bulb will glow. But plastic, rubber and wood did not make the bulb glow. That means when you connect the scale here, then bulb will not glow. Students, now it's time for your homework, so write down your homework. Students, see, this is your homework for day 11. I have given only one question, and the question is, why does an electrician use rubber gloves while repairing the electric supply line? Okay, question is, why does an electrician use rubber gloves while repairing the electric supply line? Students, you will do this question, you will give the answer of this question at your home. Okay, today's class is over. Thanks to all of you for watching me. Have a nice day.